film begins with a girl named Seo-yeon. She is on her way to her hometown to check on her mother, but she loses her phone. The first thing she does at home is turn on the old landline and call her own number. The person who answers says, "I want a reward for returning your phone." Hearing this, Seo-yeon hangs up and decides to get a new phone. Just then she receives a call from a girl named Young-sook who says, "You were right about mom. She is really bad." Confused, Seo-yeon realizes that the girl is mistaking her for someone named Sunhee. Seo-yeon doesn't know any Sunhee, so she says it is a wrong number and hangs up. Later, she goes to the hospital to visit her mother, who has a brain tumor. Seo-yeon doesn't stay long because she doesn't like her mother and blames her for her father's death. He died 20 years ago in 1999. She returns home and gets another call from Young-sook, but she hangs up. Just then, she hears something fall. She checks and sees a family picture has fallen. It reveals a hidden door to the basement. Going down the stairs, she finds a box with magic items. There's a picture of the girl on the phone, Young-sook, with the year 1999 written on the back. To learn about these items, she visits a family friend and asks about Young-sook. She learns that Young-sook was killed 20 years ago. She also finds out that Young-sook's mother was a shaman who sold the house to Seo-yeon's family. On her way home, Seo-yeon sees a store called Sunhee. She realizes that Young-sook was trying to call the store. She gets home and receives another call from Young-sook. Young-sook cries and says her mother is going to burn her. The call cuts off. We see that Young-sook's mother is actually burning her in the past. Shockingly, we see smoke coming from Seo-yeon's basement in the present. Seeing this, Seo-yeon is shocked to realize that somehow the old phone connects the years 1999 and 2019. Young-sook is in the same house in 1999, and Seo-yeon is there in 2019. The next day, when Young-sook calls again, Seo-yeon tries to explain this to her. She says, "I found your diary and picture at my house. It is strange, and you may not believe it, but we are both in the same house at different times. You are in 1999, and I am in 2019. Our times are connected." Since Young-sook cannot understand, she tries to hang up and says it is a wrong number. Seo-yeon stops her and says, "Today is October 18th. There was a big plane crash on October 18th, 1999. Then she hangs up. Now we are shown Young-sook's world. Her mother forces her to eat strange things. We learn that Young-sook has a mental illness. This is why she spent a long time in a mental hospital. Her mother tells her, "Just do as I say. One day, the evil spirits will be gone, and you will be completely fine." Later, while watching TV, Young-sook hears news of the exact plane crash Seo-yeon warned her about. She is shocked and starts to believe Seo-yeon. Since she believes her now, she calls Seo-yeon again. Many details about their lives. Young-sook tells her that her mother is crazy. She performs magic rituals on her. She believes Young-sook's illness will be cured by these rituals. Because of this, she hates her mother. Seo-yeon also admits she hates her mother because her father died because of her. Her mother left the gas stove on, and the house caught fire. This accident killed her father. The next day, we see Seo-yeon's family visiting the house in 1999. Seeing young Seo-yeon, Young-sook realizes that this is the girl from the future. She quickly puts Seo-yeon on the phone, and Seo-yeon cries when she hears her dad and her younger self talking. It was a very happy moment for her. After this, Young-sook tells Seo-yeon that her dad is a good man. She says, "I will try to save him." The fire accident that killed Seo-yeon's dad was going to happen in 2 days. On the day of the accident, Young-sook sneaks out and goes to Seo-yeon's old house. She turns off the gas stove before the fire can start. This action completely changes the reality in the present. Because the past was changed, Seo-yeon's sad life turns into a very happy one. Her short hair becomes long. In this new life, she has a modern phone and a beautiful room. Most importantly, her dad is alive and living with her. That is why everything is so perfect. There is no burn mark on her leg anymore. Seeing this, Seo-yeon is very excited. She realizes that changing the past changes the present. It updates the whole timeline. Seo-yeon is so happy to hug her father. Meanwhile, Young-sook draws a handprint on the wall of her house. Suddenly, that handprint appears in Seo-yeon's house in the present. Seo-yeon sees that even a small change can alter the future. She is very happy and grateful for these changes. But back in 1999, Young-sook's life is still bad. Her mother still tortures her, and she is very unhappy. To make things worse, Young-sook's mother finds out that Young-sook is talking to someone on the phone. The mother tells Seo-yeon, "Whoever you are, leave my daughter alone." Then she hangs up the phone and starts doing more strange rituals on Young-sook. During these magic rituals, the mother sees dark visions of the future. After hearing the mother's threats, Seo-yeon searches the internet for the history of the house and finds out about Young-sook's mother. She reads that the mother was arrested on this exact day for killing her daughter, Young-sook, during a dark magic ritual. Scared, Seo-yeon calls Young-sook and warns her that her mother will kill her today. Afraid, Young-sook hides. We see that her mother is indeed coming to kill her with a knife. But before she can strike, Young-sook grabs her hand and asks why she is doing this. The mother says that Young-sook will kill many people in the future, and that is why she must die today. The mother tries to stab her, but Young-sook fights back. Young-sook takes the knife to save her own life. She stabs her mother to death. This huge change in the past alters the future once again. This time, we see that Young-sook is still alive in the future. In 1999, Young-sook is finally free from her mother. She takes a bath, gets dressed, goes outside, eats her favorite food, and watches a movie. She also goes shopping. In 2019, Seo-yeon's family friend brings her strawberries. Seo-yeon eats one and some juice. spills on her sweater. Back in 1999, that same family friend, who is a young man, takes strawberries to Young-sook's house. He discovers that Young-sook has murdered her mother. She has cut the body into pieces and hidden it in the freezer. Scared, he tries to escape and make a phone call. As we know, calls from that phone go to Seo-yeon. Seo-yeon answers and hears that Young-sook killed her mother and hid the body in the freezer. Young-sook knows the man will tell the police, so she decides to kill him too. Suddenly, reality changes again in the present. The strawberry juice on Seo-yeon's sweater disappears. Since the man who brought the strawberries is dead, the strawberries vanish too. Scared, Seo-yeon goes outside and sees that his strawberry farm is gone. The whole place is an empty ruin. She finds out that the farm was closed in 1999. Worried, she goes to the police station to ask about the family friend. An old officer asks, "Why do you want to know about a man who died 20 years ago?" "I just need to know," Seo-yeon says. The officer takes out an old 1999 police diary. Reading from it, he explains that the young man was killed in 1999 by a serial killer named Young-sook. She killed her mother and then the young man. She is still in prison for this. To find out more about what happened, Seo-yeon goes to the local shop named Sunhee. When Young-sook first called Seo-yeon, she asked for Sunhee. Seo-yeon asks the shop owner about Young-sook. Sunhee explains that Young-sook is a crazy woman. She tortured me when we were kids. If it were not for her mother, I would be dead. She shows a burn scar on her leg that Young-sook gave her. We now see Young-sook in the past. The police are looking for the missing young man, and they visit Young-sook's house. When asked about him, Young-sook says she never saw him. The police do not believe her. They see the strawberries from the young man's farm in her house. They start searching the house and asking Young-sook questions. Young-sook stays very calm. She acts like she does not care and just watches TV. Meanwhile, Seo-yeon calls Young-sook and tells her she is going to jail for life. Hearing this, Young-sook is shocked. She just became free from her mother, and now she is going to prison. Seo-yeon is sad and angry. She asks, "Why did you kill them?" Young-sook ignores the question and asks Seo-yeon for help. She says, "Look at the police records in the future and save me from going to jail." But Seo-yeon refuses to help. A killer. Hearing this, Young-sook becomes very angry because she risked her life to save Seo-yeon's father, and now Seo-yeon will not help her in return. Meanwhile, the police find out Young-sook has mental issues, which means she is dangerous and could do anything. Back in 1999, young Seo-yeon and her father arrive at the house. They want to ask about Young-sook's mother. They just bought the house and were waiting for her to sign the final papers at the office. This gives Young-sook the perfect chance to take revenge on Seo-yeon. She invites them inside the house and violently kills Seo-yeon's father in front of little Seo-yeon. In 2019, adult Seo-yeon is driving a car with her father. But because her father just died in the past, he suddenly disappears from the car in the present. Seo-yeon knows this means Young-sook killed him. Crying, she returns home and finds the house looking old and ruined again. This time, none of her things are inside because her father died. They never owned the house, but shockingly, the old phone is still there. Written in blood on the floor is, Seo-yeon, pick up the phone. Seo-yeon picks up the phone and screams, "Why did you do this?" Young-sook replies, "I helped you, but you refused to help me, so I took my revenge. Now, your 8-year-old self is sitting right in front of me. If you want me to spare her life, you have only 1 hour. Check the police records and tell me what evidence the police will find against me so I can destroy it." After searching the internet, Seo-yeon calls Young-sook. She gives her an address and tells her to go there before 5:00 p.m. Young-sook listens and goes to the place. At exactly 5:00 p.m., a huge gas explosion happens there. Seo-yeon planned this to kill Young-sook and end her evil actions. But Young-sook survives with burn injuries. She returns home angry. She calls Seo-yeon and says, "You tried to kill me. You betrayed me, and now you will pay." She pours boiling water on little Seo-yeon's legs. This makes adult Seo-yeon feel terrible pain in the present. Burn scars suddenly appear on her legs. The injuries from the past instantly happen to her body in the present. At this moment, in 1999, Seo-yeon's mother comes looking for her husband. She had been waiting for them at the office since they never arrived. She comes to Young-sook's house with a police officer. Young-sook sees them coming. She tells adult Seo-yeon on the phone that her mother is outside. She says, "If you don't want her to die, give me the correct evidence." This time, scared, Seo-yeon rushes to the police station and steals the old police diary. She learns that the police found Young-sook's bloody knife in the junkyard. She quickly tells Young-sook this. Young-sook cleans up the blood and hides the knife. This action alters the future once again. When Seo-yeon returns to the house, it looks completely different. Because she was never caught, the house still belongs to Young-sook. Inside, there are many large refrigerators. This means Young-sook has killed many people and kept their bodies frozen. Back in 1999,